I'm Sharon Bray from the LeicesterShire Music Education Hub, so put the project together with Peter and Marianne from Sinfonia Viva, and the inspiration came from the BBC 10 pieces, and we wanted the children to be involved in doing compositions based on the 10 pieces and inspired by them, and they've worked together so well and done such complicated, for example, there's a piece with 6/8 over 5/4 rhythms. They've responded really well to the challenge. The outcomes have been really expressive and all based on the children's work and children's ideas. So the workshop leaders have worked with those ideas and developed and orchestrated their ideas. So the whole piece has been driven by the ideas of the young people, and it's been a fantastic opportunity for them.
It's been amazing, yeah, really, really amazing. A lot of hard and very hot work, particularly over the past couple of days, but it's been really fantastic to go the whole way through with it, from the sort of inception ideas, throwing that all out into the schools and seeing what they have made with it, and then being able to pull it all back together and realise all the ideas to a really high standards. It's been fantastic.
They absolutely loved it. It was tiring, and fitting it into the curriculum as well. However, you know, it just enriched the curriculum for the children. I think they were more excited because they actually had ownership of the actual music. They wrote the music, they put all the musical accompaniments to it, you know, instruments and everything else. I think that made it rather special for them.
It's been really great for them to build relationships over time with some of the players who've been in the creative team from Viva. So in each instance that's felt like a really strong creative group of kids and adults, and on both sides of that, everyone's been able to support each other really well. So I think that's been a fantastic experience. The first time that each group got to hear their ideas played by the orchestra they were all completely awestruck, which was wonderful.
I really liked the work with Sherard and the use of the rhythms and the using the turntablism and the skills of that, and embedding that with those complicated cross rhythms. That for me was a highlight, and watching them perform at the Montfort Hall last week, so that was a shortened version of this. It was really inspirational, and it was so expressive, and the quality of the singing, and also the engagement and the way that they were working with the orchestra, and the way that the orchestral players, particularly the ones that have workshopped with the children, have worked with them and inspired them, and their relationships. It's been a great project.
It was really, really good, and it was really exciting when you were performing it. So I think a couple of people used to say classic music's old-fashioned and stuff, and that they like modern music more, but actually when you listen to classic music it's really beautiful. My favourite part was when we were learning the lines, and when we were all creating and sharing our ideas together, and when we were actually performing it.
It brings classical music to them as a fun thing rather than classical music. Yes. I have every admiration for all the teachers who deal with it. It must be very difficult, but the end result was well worth all the effort. I hope they felt so too.
Watching the children enjoy it at the very end, even though they were very tired because they'd done it so many times, but just seeing their little faces light up and actually doing it perfectly.
I think pulling it all together and managing to the performance went really well, and that the kids really rose to the occasion, and kind of it just felt like they expressed all of the things, all of the work that they put into it really came together, and they kind of flew at the end, and they just sang really beautifully, and that was just very moving, and you know, made all the work and late nights of arranging and everything worthwhile, which is excellent.
They obviously had tremendous fun, and the acoustics were brilliant, so every little sound was amplified. It was great fun to listen to, unexpected.